question I got from David is one that I like to ask as well, and I'm going to kind of reframe it a little bit. I'm an entrepreneur. Two questions, and I'm going to lay out both, and then we'll go back to each. I'm an entrepreneur running a $4 million company, okay? And you've been there in your recent history. And we sit down for a cup of coffee, and we're in the airport, and you're running to your flight. And you look at me, and you go, Robert, that sounds like a great idea. You've got great things ahead of you. Make sure you blank and never blank. Okay, for example, give me some advice in that, that 30-second snippet while you're running to the plane to make sure that I don't miss something. And then the same question for the $20 or $30 million entrepreneur. And what I'm trying to drive at is the differences of where you're at in the corporate life cycles, and what are the key nuggets when you've got 10 employees and half of them are your friends and family, and you're at 4 million and you're cranking right along, and then you've grown a little bit and you've hired some key people and you're starting to turn over the reins as an entrepreneur and you're starting to really grow out. What are the key differences in terms of the focus or the watch outs or the key nuggets that you would lay out to those two types of entrepreneurs or CEOs?
Well, I'll give you this a Rorschach test, and I'll give you my immediate reactions. Because, as you were saying, there's 15 crises every hour. And
they're all flooding back to you right now.
And the feedback, the loop is just, it's very exciting. As a $4 million company, make sure that you've got a sales to market strategy and a sales force that fits your product line. If you can't sell the product, then you're out of business. And all those nice quality problems that we've been talking about this last hour, they don't even exist because you can't get the revenues. You've got to be able to drive top line. So my mentality at the $4 million stage was, how do I drive top line? And do I have the right horses, the right talent, the right to-market strategy to drive that top line? At 25 million, you've got a successful, still small, but successful business. And to me, the fundamental hire, the fundamental move that we made, and that I am grateful every day for making, is bringing in the strongest possible financial talent that a company can possibly afford to bring in. I had no idea what I didn't know. There was Donald Rumsfeld talked about the known unknowns and the unknown unknowns. I had so many unknown unknowns when we were 25 million. And it was finally when we brought in the right financial talent, the right chief financial officer with the right background. And I was literally staggered by the richness of information that a brilliant CFO could bring to me. Many entrepreneurs are not CFOs by training. I mean, this guy was, public accounting, worked in the banking world, worked in public companies. He was not the classic entrepreneur, but the skill set that Mark Gavin, our president and our CFO, brought to the company, you couldn't live without it, because you can't, for everything else, you can't make any decision without having measured the implications of it and forecast it properly. So to me, as kind of a baby fledgling company, you better be able to bring in revenues. And as kind of an adolescent company, you really need to be able to count those shekels and farthings and budget them properly. Just the budgeting process, just the discipline of the budgeting process. Back when we were a $4 million company, budgeting was a joke. It's a $25 million company, it was relatively a joke, right. but it was still real. Now, it's a 4-month process. Right. To budget. So the skill set is complete. And I'm sure that when we're a $1 billion company, we'll look back on our status now with there wasn't that quaint. And weren't those charming little problems for a little company.
Right.
I look forward to that, but bring in the right people at those two inflection points.
That's great advice. I so appreciate your time. I appreciate our friendship, and look forward to having this friendship for quite a long time, Tom. I really do appreciate your time today, and the nuggets are incredible. I mean, romantic story, growing too quickly, inventory build versus credit facility. Every hire has to fit. I mean, I've just got nugget after nugget after nugget on my page here, and I can't wait to get it out. Thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you probably at the next show.
I look forward to it, Robert. Take care. Bye-bye.
Have a great week.
You too.